This week flew by. Alright, there's one place I want to go. It's here. Some chick slice in here. My puzzle's at. Menu. Puzzle index. Wait, what is pix? Okay, so it said that the puzzles were added to the thing, but like, how do I do the puzzles? No? Home chick slice. I would assume I need to talk to her. I guess I'll go looking around, I suppose. I don't know where she could be. It's not in the place that she has been charged to protect. The thing you like about this game is that it's the only Layton game that doesn't force you to solve a certain number of puzzles to proceed. You... You have actually spoiled that for me, Epic Otter, because one of the only reasons... It's not an important spoiler, by the way. Don't worry about it. But one of the only reasons I've actually been going around and trying to look for puzzles instead of just waiting for the opportunity to be able to do them from the like the library chick or whatever, which I just tried to do, is because I was expecting the game to say you need a certain number of puzzles to move on, like it has with other games. In prior games, I've never ran into that because I've always done, a good enough puzzles to never have that be like a gate or something like that. But I was definitely expecting that in this game, and I'm a little surprised that it's not. There's no way you have another puzzle. So looking forward to the day when I see Inquisitor Barnham and hand over the bouquet. All right. So, with that information now in my databanks, I might not look for puzzles as hard as I have been. Coming back here makes me remember yesterday's trial. Spella's still being held somewhere inside the building. Yeah, and it's up to us to get her out as soon as we can. The first thing we should do is make sure we're allowed to see her. You there, yes you. Uh-oh. There's nothing nothing like a confrontation first thing in the morning to keep you on your toes. We're here to, to visit our client. It's not you we're interested in. It's Dark Hat over there. He's to come with us immediately. Who, sir? Me, sir? Yes, sir. You, sir. What have you done this time? Professor, did you do something? I wonder what it could be. Luke, do you have any idea? Professor. Don't play innocent with us. The order came from the storyteller himself. You have been personally summoned to the audience room to see the storyteller. The audience room? Meeting the storyteller in person is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a person. There is no one in all of Labyrinthia who wouldn't be proud to meet him. That goes for us knights too, although such an honor is almost unheard of. Nevertheless, those were the orders. To have Herschel Layton make his way to the audience room. I don't know what that is, cat hair or something floating in the air. Very well. And in this audience room, the storyteller will be waiting to see me, is that correct? I hate how they keep repeating this stuff. It's like, hey, go get me a sandwich. He's like, or, go get me a sandwich in the kitchen. And Layton's like, so, in the kitchen, I will find the ingredients to make a sandwich. It's like, come on, man. What? Does the storyteller want, why does the storyteller want to see you, Professor? What's going on here, anyway? Would it be possible to go there after seeing Miss Cantabella? Storyteller's order is of the absolute highest priority. Nothing can take precedence. What? Not only that, but in any event, you are not permitted to see the accused. Why would that be? Permission to see the accused is restricted to Defender Wright and his assistant. Those are the orders. Ah, you're separating us. What do you make of that, Professor? Make of it what you will. Orders are orders. Very well, let's go and meet the storyteller. That's more like it. Professor, are you really planning on meeting the storyteller? It might be a trap. While I do sense the potential for a scheme here, I'd be foolish to pass up the opportunity to meet with this town's creator. There are rather too many things that I would like to ask him. I see. If the professor is going, then I'm going too. After all, I'm the professor's apprentice. Be careful, Luke. I'm sure you'll be just fine, as long as you stay with the professor. I will, and please give Espella our best. Oh, and Maya, could you give Espella the bread from Miss Leclerc? Sure thing, Luke. Well, if you finally finished talking, I would suggest wasting no more time. You'll find the audience room beyond the guard post, east of the Great Archive. And Defender, you should see the accused. Well, it would seem we must go our separate ways for the time being. Yeah, it looks like it. Well, take care, Professor. And you, Mr. Wright, I wish you both luck. Well, do I get to choose which one I want to do? Are they going to do them in order? Alright, starting with Phoenix Wright. Well, there they go. Do you think they'll be okay? The Professor and Luke, I think they can take care of themselves. Anyway, we should hurry up and talk to Espella. Right. Even though she tries to hide it, inside she must be terrified. What if she's found guilty of being a witch? What would we do then? Last night, we saw with our own eyes what they do to witches. It's not right. Any world where things like that are allowed to happen isn't right. I know, Maya, but for now, we have no choice. We have to clear Espella of the charges. We need to focus on that and that alone. The Great Witch Bazella, I wonder why they suspect Espella of being her. I don't know, but if we're lucky, maybe we'll be able to shed some light on it. Hey, Defender. Time for you to see the accused. Well, this is it, Nick. It sure is. Let's go, Maya. Death Knell Dungeon. I see what you said about Final Fantasy VII getting a Lego set. I did see that, and then a thought went into my mind. And then I got distracted by something, or I started playing the game or something like that, and I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. But I also saw that Final Fantasy VII, or is it Final Fantasy 15? It might be Final Fantasy 15. Is getting like a crossover with Power Wash Simulator or something like that. And I was like, what the heck kind of crossover is this? I don't like the look of them chains on that wall. But yeah, Legos are cool. I like Legos. I think they're freaking expensive. But they're definitely better than Mega Bloks. Sorry, Mega Bloks. Y'all done goofed with the quality of your blocks. Mr. Wright, Maya, Isabella. So, this is the Death Knell dungeon. Looks more like solitary confinement to me. Don't worry, I'm fine, really. Was a little surprised at how hard the bed was, though. Isabella. Oh, that's right. I have something for you here. The boss made it for you. Look, it's her special walnut bread. You should try it. Aunt Patty made that for me. Thank you, Maya. We'll get you home soon, and then we can all sit down and eat Patty's freshly baked bread together. Yeah, that would be nice. We're gonna have you out of here soon, so don't you worry, Isabella. But are you sure you want to do that? What are you talking about, Isabella? You really want to continue defending me, Mr. Wright? What? Of course I do. What made you say that? You do both know that I've been what I've been charged with, don't you? Sure we do. They're accusing you of being Bezella, the source of all witches here in Labyrinthia. That's right. And anyone who defends such a suspect will also come under suspicion themselves. People are likely to criticize you and make you suffer, all on my account. I can't ask you to defend me. I don't want you suffering because of me. Listen to me, Isabella. We're already suffering just seeing you here in this prison. You honestly think we just stand around not doing anything? Mr. Wright. Hey, I think I get it, Isabella. I bet you're just worried that Nick will slip up the way he always does. Huh? Trust me, there's nothing to worry about. The professor and Luke are on our side, too. No, that's not what I meant. I wouldn't think that at all. Mr. Wright, you were just amazing. And you and Mr. Layton both. It was like you were working magic together. You can't say those things in this type of era, you know? Like, oh man, you guys were doing like real magic. You know, all of a sudden these guards are going to show up and be like, did I hear you doing magic? Did I hear you doing magic? And then we're burned at the stake, you know? Well, that settles it then, Isabella. And don't worry, we're going to be there for you. We'll fight to the very end. The two of us, the professor and Luke. We'll all be working together on this thing. We won't let you down. What's wrong, Isabella? It's just that. The only one who's ever been this kind to me before is Aunt Patty. I don't know what to say. Isabella, I'm not sure how to say this, but it seems that the townsfolk are distancing themselves from you, as if they fear you for some reason. Yeah, I can't believe they'd all think a cute girl like you could be the Great Witch. Isabella, we heard from High Inquisitor Darklaw that there's a reason why people are so suspicious of you. If it's okay with you, we'd like you to tell us what that reason is. The reason the townsfolk suspect you and why they are so distant. Alright, I guess I never had the chance to explain properly. It's true that the townsfolk look at me differently. Reason for that is because I am Batman. Really? You're gonna do that? What about puzzles? They're just cut up cardboard with a picture on them and one small set, as in one of fewer pieces. Cost 30 already. Oh, you know, puzzles are kind of crazy as well. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I don't buy puzzles, but puzzles are fun to do. And like puzzles of, you know, like you gotta fit the shapes into the right spot. I've had a lot of fun doing puzzles, but I would definitely agree that once you do the puzzle, you can't really do the puzzle again. You know, like it's just not as fun. Well, Professor, we've reached the library. Do people still say library nowadays? Or have we moved past that? And the place at which the storyteller is waiting for us is the east of here, isn't it? Indeed, according to the knight, the audience room is past the guard post. I wonder what the creator of Labyrinthia wants to talk to you about, Professor. It's too soon to assume anything, Luke. My goodness. But whatever it might be, I have a few things that I would like to ask him, too. We should be thankful that this opportunity has come so soon, even if it is part of some scheme. Let's go, Professor, to the audience room. Or double check that there's no, aha, she is here. Let's save. Thought the same thing about the magic thing? Yeah. Earlier when Maya said to Luke he was like a witch or using magic because he could talk to animals, I thought the same thing there as well. You don't think people know the word library at all anymore? So you guess you've gone past it? There's still libraries. There's still libraries out there. You know? Schools have libraries, I'm sure. Professor Layton, so good to see you again. Pleasure is all mine, Miss Mystery. By the way, I've noticed the puzzles in Labyrinthia are of the highest quality. Warms my heart to hear you say that, Professor. So then, would you like to see if there are any puzzles you've missed or attempted? Any puzzles you've put off? Alright, so I do have to talk to her. I'm not spending a moment or two with me just to check some puzzles. Let's go on a puzzle spree, shall we? The investigation into the night's mysterious events has come to a screeching halt. Constable Barton's favored meal, the Scotland Yard burger, is in shambles, and he will not report back until he has had his meal. Help Barton put his precious burger back together. Don't forget to get the ketchup on the burger just right. Okay, so it's a sliding puzzle. I rotate these pieces? No. That looks like it could work. What I was thinking there. Something like that. Do it. Definitely not that. There we go. That's a crazy burger, man.
Leave this one to me. Oh, let me do the next one too.
Consider this delicious investigation closed. They did a good job on separating the ingredients on each puzzle piece in this one. Yeah, a good job. A good job. They Laytonized it, what they did. Well, I guess I could have started up the timer, but you know, whatever. The king was attacked. The attack has left him on the floor and unconscious. People rushed to the scene of the attack, preventing the suspect from making a clean escape. As a result, the culprit is still someone in the room. The question is, who? Question those present and find the culprit. Remember that the assailant will attempt to lie his or her way out of trouble. Touch a character on the touch screen below to make his or her testimony appear on the upper screen. Read what each character has to say. Work out who the culprit is. You have the correct answer, selecting the character by touching the icon, followed by submit. Alright, this one is going to be a little bit more annoying because in the past, in previous Layton games, whenever you got something like this, you could see everybody's information all at once, but now I have to remember people's information, and I'm not very good at that. Oh my. It could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream. I most certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived. Merchant and I arrived together. It is impossible for either of us to be the culprit. I noticed a woman come in shortly after I arrived. She certainly seemed to have taken her time getting here. I hastened to His Majesty's side as fast as possible. No one but the prince and myself were in the room. The villager and the princess had not yet arrived. Could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream. Noticed a woman come in shortly after I had arrived. certainly seemed to have taken her time getting here. Seems like people are implicating the villager here. I hastened to His Majesty's sight as fast as possible. No one but the prince and myself were in the room. The problem I have with puzzles like these is that, like, they say one person is lying, but like every person is a suspect, so every piece of information could be a lie. And so, like, it's kind of hard to narrow down what's a lie and what's not, because, like, if the knight is lying, then, you know, like, two other people could be lying, and it's confusing sometimes. And I struggle with things like this because I don't approach these situations from, okay, only one person is lying, so I need to find out which people make it so that other people are lying. It's just very difficult, and like not having all the information on the screen at once makes it even harder for me. All right. Nobody's implicating the princess. I'm gonna go with the villager. And if not, you can hint coin it.
See what you think of this. I can't look the professor in the eye.
Listen very carefully to the testimonies and piece together the sequence of events. Pay attention to the type of voice heard by everyone in the room. Yeah, except anyone could be lying. Terrible scream. The voice of a woman. And that's it. A terrible scream and the voice of a woman. So, I guess it has to be the princess, right? Right?
This
Right?
is my answer.
Unless they're lying. Unless they're
I can't
lying.
look the professor in the eye.
You suckafoos. Be critical of each person's testimony. A culprit could be... Anyway, I hate these hints. Oh my gosh. For example, if the princess is lying, that would make the prince the culprit. However, the prince's testimony matches up with that of the princess. She was not yet present in the room, just as she testified. What information have you gathered so far? Princess is telling the truth, therefore the prince is not the culprit. If the prince is not the culprit, it follows that he was not the first to enter the room. So then, who is telling the lie? Just who was the female voice heard by the prince? I guess it has to be the knight? I mean, we only got two choices left, the merchant and the knight. And I feel like the merchant has a beard. I guess the knight, face is covered.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
Sucker fool.
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Sucker fool. Female voice the prince heard was that of the knight, who is a woman. The knight was the first to enter, followed by the prince, the merchant, the villager, and lastly, the princess. We're just gonna forget that puzzle ever happened. Exceptional. The books on the shelf are all out of order. When correctly arranged, the book's spines form an illustration. Rearrange the books so that they are correctly lined up. On the top screen, you will find a picture of the books as seen from below. Don't mind the burnt parts. It's still just as helpful. Sure it is. Suckers. Okay. That work? That's definitely not that. It's that. No, it's just easier to do this as just looking at the illustration than actually looking at the picture. Looks about right, though. Don't think I see any inconsistencies here.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Correct. Now, doesn't it feel good to have things neat and in order? Yep. I disagree with that. Ghastly figures now haunt the interior of this mysterious mansion, and I have been tasked with ridding its halls of their ilk. If I am to succeed in my mission, I must light all of the candles to vanquish these fiends. This room seems to rotate. Use this to your advantage and rotate the room so that I might reach the candles. Note, the candles will light up or extinguish each time the night passes by. Alright, 90 degrees. Falling past them likewise, we extinguished. Extinguished when you fall past them. have to choose this properly. Probably... That's probably how it should go. Nice.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Hardest part about that puzzle was which direction actually turned when I pressed one of the buttons. Excellent. The house is once again clear. You have my utmost gratitude. Exceptional. A set of very stubborn dolls have requested help in assigning each of them a room. Touch Ask to find out each of the dolls' criteria for their perfect room, and then place them into the rooms based on what they say. Remember that each doll speaks for its entire color set. Who am I asking? Oh, I see. Alrighty, so A wants a room on the top floor. Okay. I want rooms on the same row, across or up. I'm just going to leave you where you're at. No way am I staying in a room next to A. Okay. It'd be nice if B had rooms below mine. Really want a room on the top floor. I mean, this one you get 2 out of 4 on the top. Another 2 on the 3rd floor. Can they get any better than that? I want rooms on the same row across or up. I feel like that one is correct. B should be going there. Oh wait, no. I think B should be going here. Well, no. We're gonna leave B there. I think that one works better. If you go into the bottom right-hand corner where the red square, it is 1 row and 1 column. I think that works. Alrighty, and C does not want to be next to A. So if we consider B to be locked in, every red spot, there are 2 red spots that are next to A. For D, D has 1 spot next to A. Well, I guess the least likelihood is, well, but it's next to 2 A's. Which is probably not great, but I guess there's even worse combinations elsewhere. Be nice if B had rooms below mine. So that's true for 2. Why don't we give this a shot? I don't think A is necessarily locked in, but it feels right.
Don't worry, leave this one to me. I could have sworn I had it.
You're to listen carefully to each of the doll's requests. Fulfill 1 request and everything will fall into place. I mean, say that. You think this is gonna have some like stupid Layton puzzle thing to it? I mean, I guess I could swap B and C. Let's use some hidden coins. The dolls do seem to have some rather demanding requests, but don't feel discouraged. It's only a matter of listening to their requests and making sure to properly fulfill. Oh, I hate these types of hints. This is not a hint. This is just a waste of a hint coin. Look at the initial position of the dolls in the dollhouse. It's easy to see which dolls are not pleased with their locations. Finding out which dolls are unhappy from the start is a good step in the right direction. Thank you. I've already moved things around. Actually, this puzzle can be solved in a single step. Out of all 4 colors of dolls, only one needs to be changed. I want to be on the top floor. I want the same rooms across or up, so you're probably fine. No way am I standing next to A. C's not working. Nice. At B had rooms below mine. Well, if I made that swap, let's just use the hint coin. Tell me the answer. The only doll that is unhappy is in C. Swap her position so that her request is met, while making sure the other dolls stay happy. Okay, so I was right on that. C swapping with D. That wouldn't work. Really I want a room on the top floor? Maybe that's how I do it. Yep, there's still a room with C there. You're next to 2 A's. Okay, so blue is next to green and yellow. Red is next to green, yellow. I would have to move C into D, I believe. No. Honestly, I have no idea. I've used all my hint coins. I guess we're just going to be burning pick-a-rats here. Green is where you're at right now. Yeah, red is next to every color but blue. That has to be what it is. Except D wants B to be below. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it'd be nice if B had rooms below. And as it stands right now, all of that is true. C just needs to get away from red. Let's see. Yeah, so I have to swap C with somebody. It'd be nice if B had rooms. I guess 3 out of 4 rooms is fine. Try that.
This is my answer.
Okay.
Professor!
One of those
I did
things
it!
where it's like, we're not asking for everything. We're just asking for a percentage of things. Correct. Happy residents make for a happy home. I don't know if that's true. I don't know about all that. That one was way more complicated than, or I made that way more complicated than it needed to be. Ride the starry road to the other side. The star-filled road is the only way across. Unfortunately, the path is not quite so simple. You can ride on top of the road as well as below it. But which will get you across safely? Slide the stylus across the touchscreen to move the camera, get a better view of the winding path. Yeah, this is gonna be a suckafoo. Like, you're not gonna let me rotate it. You're just gonna let me move it in these like little perspectives. Okay. All right. I mean, it's 50-50 here. I'm going with down.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me.
Unfortunate.
This can't be right.
I thought I could see everything, but, you know, couldn't see everything.
Don't worry. Leave this one to me. As you'd expect from a gentleman in
Take my
training.
10 picker rats. My 50%. You were there more often. Maybe I would actually drop in to see if there was a puzzle. Time is it? This is probably as good a time as any to call it quits. I think I will do that. Just in case. Managed to actually squeak that one by. Alrighty. This is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I will be back Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific, to continue with some Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. there is a small percentage chance that there will be a stream over the weekend. I would say like 5 to 15% or so. I'm still working on a new encounter report video. Well, I'm working on some other YouTube videos. But more importantly, the stream and review. Trying to get that done before the 15th so that I can release it on the 15th. But see what happens. But yeah, got to put some time into that. And last night I was up until like 10:30 or whatever working on that. I was just been staying up too late. So see ya the next time I see you. Peace.